Let's bring in Florida Congressman Michael Waltz with the House Foreign Affairs Committee. Congressman, you've kind of heard the roundtable conversation going on here. We do know there appears the reporting is all leading to us to believe that there have been strikes in the southern part of Iran on the Isfahan uranium conversion area. As Jennifer was saying, we don't know if Natanz was targeted. We don't know if Natanz was hit, but we do know that it was in the vicinity. What do you make of this?
Well, Trey, strategically, I think we have to take a step back. And at what point does the Biden administration admit that its Middle East policy, its de-escalation policy, many would call that an appeasement policy, has gone from the Abraham Accords to open warfare between Iran and Israel, with potentially both sides launching attacks on each other from their own soil for the first time in history. It's really astounding and it's terrifying. I appreciate Jen's very accurate reporting because we don't know that the Israelis did this through the air. The Biden administration, unfortunately, has been very clear that they would not support such a strike. And there are certain ways that the Israelis would need our support. They also have a history of having a fantastic cyber operation. In fact, they exploded the utilities and the power system at the Natanz nuclear site, we now know years later, through a cyber attack. So they have a fantastic covert capability. We also are I'm hearing from folks in the region that there have been strikes in Syria and strikes in Baghdad, more focused on IRGC operational level operatives and facilities. So multiple things could be true at the same time. But at the end of the day, this de-escalation strategy, every time the United States says, tap the brakes and pulls back, the regional bully Iran has seen that as opportunity and pushed forward. And it's when do they reverse course?
And that's a great question. When did they reverse course? And my question to you is instead of, we're talking about trying to back the carriage up, and it seems too late for that. The president, the administration kept telling Iran, don't. They did. They told Israel, don't retaliate. They've done it. What should the next move be by this administration, save for another warning not to do something?
Unequivocal support for our ally Israel. If you can have tough conversations in private, you can have disagreements on tactics and strategy in private, but publicly to our adversaries, whether those are Hamas, Hezbollah, Iran itself, the Houthis, they need to see no daylight between the United States and Israel, and they need to be guessing about what the United States will help Israel do. But the bigger piece, Trey, and so many of us have said this, until we're just red in the face, Iran is going to continue as long as it has the resources to do so. Just a few years ago, their currency was tanking. They weren't exporting oil. They were really on their back foot economically, to the point where many of their terrorist proxies were openly complaining that they were running out of cash and resources. As long as Iran is selling 90% of its illegal oil to China, as long as it is flush with billions of cash, I think this is only sadly going to continue. It's wearing our military out. That should be pivoting, frankly, to China and dealing with that threat where we're truly struggling. And obviously, it has Israel in a terrible situation. We have to go back to maximum pressure. We have to focus on closing and shutting down the resources that Iran has to mass produce these drones, build these ballistic missiles, pay their terrorist proxies, and execute the Ayatollah's vision for a ring of fire against Israel, which it fully intends to destroy.
Congressman Michael Waltz, thank you for coming on, sir. We very much appreciate it. We may get back to you as the time warrants.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.